Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in again to another episode of CivilianTacticalWeapons.com. This week's episode, based on the International coming out on DVD and Blu-ray, I figured I would actually cover the TP-9. If you've actually watched the movie or seen previews of the movies, you see them shooting each other with these little small, almost MAC-10 looking guns. They're actually, what they're supposed to be firing in the show is actually a TMP-9. The M being machine pistol, so it's actually the TP-9 is a semi-automatic version. Interesting, if you actually do watch it on Blu-ray and zoom in, you'll actually notice that when you look at the side of the gun, it actually says TP-9, which means they're firing a semi-auto one and adding muzzle flash special effects to make it look like it's going full auto. But I want to go ahead and cover this one. It's actually a pretty slick little gun. It's originally designed by Steyr. It's produced, though, all the ones I see nowadays are actually all produced, at least the ones here in the United States. They're made by DSA. It's actually a Swiss-made gun made by DSA. They have an upper rail, which I've actually, in this model, I've installed I've actually zeroed in my LaRue sight, which actually, if you look at one of my other videos, I have a whole video talking about the LaRue sight. And has a lower rail kit, which can add whatever flashlight system. So I have a Streamlight in this one. The magazines it comes with is a 30-round magazine and a 15-round magazine. I've seen them both as the clear plastic ones, which they come with. I'm kind of a fan of the clear plastics, mainly because I can actually read the ammo count on the side. They're very durable mags. And they come with both the 30 and the 15 round. If you live in another state, I'm not even sure if these are available in certain states though, but if you have 10 round magazine restrictions, I don't think this gun is available to you. It is qualified as a pistol, so that's actually what it's categorized as. It's an interesting little gun. I actually like it a lot. It's very hard to actually get down on the slide release. On the left-hand side of the slide release, you got to really kind of give it two fingers to really push down on it. It sort of reminds me almost of like a brand new Glock. You have to really push down on it. It's very hard to manipulate with just one finger. If there was an extended slide release, I think this would actually help this gun a lot. The breakdown of this gun is also kind of a little strange. Let's see if I actually remember how to do this one. But you push the back button in here, and then there's two little tabs in the front. And you pull the two tabs down, pull this up, it splits the gun apart. So there's a little tab in the front. It took me a while to actually break this one down. I think the strangest thing about this, if you're used to most typical guns, I would say if you actually look at the inner components of this, it's kind of strange. As far as you can see, there's an upper rail. It's kind of like they split the half of the rail on the bottom, half of the rail on the top, so the two work together with each other. I should break apart and show you the rest of this. As you can see, it's kind of a strange gun. I can't really equate this to any other gun. If you break this thing apart and take a look at it, you'll see what I mean. You can see it's got the recoil system actually splits itself in half. So when the gun's firing, you've got this this kind of breakdown of this gun splitting apart in the center. It's kind of weird. It's almost like the slide itself is split in the center. The mechanics of this gun are very strange, and by saying that, I'll be covering a range time video of this. The first time I fired this gun, the gun from the manufacturer comes very stiff. So far from what I've done in just a really brief shoot test of this, this is a gun that really gains some benefit of you putting some rounds through it. I would almost equate a lot of my experiences I've had with the Berettas the same way. So they're not. It's not a very out of the gun, ready to shoot type of gun. The other thing too is you have to really clean this gun when you first get it. How it comes from the manufacturer, it's nowhere near in a position of being able to be fired. So you have to really give this gun a thorough cleaning before you decide you're going to try to take it to the range, or else you're just going to have a bunch of disappointments. Also, I had initial problems with Monarch ammo, but I'm actually thinking it's probably just because of the fact of having to kind of further lubricate this gun from the manufacturer. A lot of guns, it's a very good idea to properly lube a brand new gun. I sometimes get a little lazy on certain guns, but this is one that you don't have that luxury at all. You have to properly lubricate this gun right off the bat. That being said, it is a very compact gun. I'm not going to stick the magazine in since it's actually fully loaded, but it sits about like that with a 30 rounder, so you have that sticking out the bottom of it. Pretty much from, I'd say, bullet 24 down is actually sneaking out the bottom. This one here, the 15 rounder, actually stays flush, so there's nothing that sticks out the bottom of this one. As you can see, it's you've got go ahead and pull. It's almost like an AR as far as being able to pull the bolts back. The mechanics are very similar to that. What I've also found out interesting is when I fire this gun, and I'll say if any of you guys have this gun, you may see similar results. If you pull this, if you actually push the gun out so the sling is actually steady with it, this actually causes the gun to shoot a lot more accurate if you actually create tension in here. If you notice on the back, there's actually mounts to stick a stock. Remember, this is actually licensed as a pistol. Even though you have these attachment points in the back, if you put an attachment point back here to make a folding stock, you're now going to convert this to a carbine, which means you have to have the 16-inch barrel. So there is no option of really putting the stock on the back of it without breaking all the ATF rules. The safety is actually a push-through, very similar to, I would actually say, like a Steyr, like a Steyr AUG. So very similar mechanics there. Magazine release is only on the left side, so it's not doesn't have any ambidextrous. Isn't built for left-hand shooters. There is no option I'm aware of to actually flip the ejection chamber to the other side. So if you're a right-hand shooter, which is what statistically 90% or something, you'll be fine with this gun. If you're a left-hand shooter, this could be a significant problem because this thing's going to be popping in your face. All in all, very interesting gun. They sell for anywhere from about $1,200, $1,300. I've seen them down to just under $1,000, so depending on where you get them. If you're looking for something that's a very unique little gun, people talk to me about home defense. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. A little 9mm TP-9 with a 30-round mag, flashlight, laser sight system, or whatever on this thing. I mean, this is small enough to stick if you have any of those little folding, fingerprint or type out code gun safes to put next to your bed. You can actually stick this one in there. And you could actually stick it with the 15-round mag and easily have a 30 sitting in there. So would make a great little home defense gun. Very small, very easy to move around. If you're looking at the fact of the barrel length, it's got a longer barrel length than most pistols. So it's a fun little gun. Keep in mind the one thing about this gun, this is not a gun to shoot distances, I'd really say accurately, beyond 15 to 25 yards. You are not going to hit anything really with this. You may be able to hit a man-sized target, but you're not going to get decent accuracy. I will actually do a video, hopefully in the next few weeks you'll see a video of the range shoot of this, and I'll show you the accuracy of it. But all in all, pretty slick little gun. I'd say for the price point, and probably from the fact that if you're talking about something that may get banned, this thing here to the average liberal Democrat looks extremely evil and mean. So, talk about something that may be on the list. The TP-9 may be one of those weapons on the list. So, remember, if you have any questions, please email me at info@civiliantacticalweapons.com. And I only respond to email through that, so don't try to shoot emails through YouTube. And I hope to see you in a future episode.